trying to relate. I'm trying to relate. I'm trying to relate. Presence. Now. Presence. Come out. Come out. It's come out like a power within him. I get down like gravity, rackety rappers and raps rapidly follow the rapid into the rapids of being rapping and rattling, rattle riddles and rivets into the sky. I'm a rebel feeling riveting, rhythmically clear. I am vigorous, spinner right to the rhythm, widow to side eye. I am the killer in the grasses. I am the kid in the corner with the glasses. I am the specter, you should respect her. I don't expect the special, ain't special. I don't expect nothing. I'm just really glad I can say something. That's a blessing. Ain't no stress affecting my presence. But sometimes the pressure keeps pressing. Worst keeps my impression impressed. That's the way to relate. I'm just trying 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 to relate. From the presence now. Presence. Come out. Come out.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers continue to move through the season and want to find a way to secure win number 3 on the year. It's the Seahawks going up against the Packers. With that, let's get you up to Green Bay, Wisconsin, where we welcome in our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We're at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Green Bay Packers. For the first time with Lacey. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's third down. Here's the offensive unit coming out onto the field in just a moment. Randall Cobb, very good at wideout.
Went to college to be a quarterback. Discovered his talents couldn't be limited to one position. He's a 1,000-yard receiver every year for his quarterback.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. Off play action. Newton. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They give it off here to the tight end. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Our chance to show you the offense here, Tyler Lockett. Charles, your thoughts?
Loved him coming out of Kansas State. The third Lockett that played there after his father and his uncle. An absolute true threat every time he touches the ball to take it to the house.
Clinton Dix there for the stop. And that linebacker group today could be very key.
As we were preparing for this game, you pointed out to me as we were watching film that the linebackers look like an elite unit. I agree with you totally. They move around, fly.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Terrell Pryor, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. Defensively, the tackle by Cam Chancellor. The Seahawks, here's their defensive lineup.
Michael Bennett's one of the best pass-rushing defensive linemen in the game. Normally plays defensive end, but when they go to those nickel packages and he works inside, look out, offensive guards. You've got a problem.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Here's Newton now on second down. He completes it to Jordy Nelson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it second down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker. It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Newton on third down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver, and it's fourth down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
On fourth down, the Packers hand things over to Jake Shum to punt it. Back deep for the Seahawks, the All-Pro returner from 2015, Tyler Lockett. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. They get 25 yards out of that one. And that'll be good for a Seattle first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Shift together here from the D-line. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On second down, here's Wilson. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. 2 yards to go here on 3rd down. Third and 2, now Wilson. Now this is brought in by Pryor. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
And he got it there. Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now Wilson on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
And a good little broken tackle run there for the former 2nd-round pick, Eddie Lacy.
He's a big back, and he runs with some power and definitely with some physicality. And enough of those types of runs, as they accumulate, they turn into bigger runs later because after a while, guys don't want to deal with him.
They stay on the ground on 1st down with Lacy. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And then you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Jaron Reed in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Here's Jacob Shum now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now it's Lockett. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Counter play. Rawls. And an alley to run. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. 3rd down and 3. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. They'll roll him out right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down. I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. Wilson. This will be caught at about the 5. Give him 8 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So give him 3 there. A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. Deep drop. Then finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Lacy. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
2nd and 5.
117.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
A minute 59 to go in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Newton again. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that, and the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding ball.
He's got Adams on the hookup. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And Adams has it complete. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just boom, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
This will be caught at about the 5. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in.
That is caught by Cobb. And it's a Packer touchdown. Randall Cobb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are back within a score. And they're back within a couple at 9-7 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Wilson on 1st down, looking deep downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
He's got time, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they've managed to get it done.
Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They go play action here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
On second down, Lacey. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've come upon and pump the brakes, Larry. Pump the brakes. We are ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Now Wilson on second down. Baldwin with it over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They'll come out in the pistol. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Forced out to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On the ground with a tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. On first down, Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Wilson. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They begin the drive with Lacey. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Say what you want about Eddie Lacy. He is really important to his team, and right now they're holding him down well below his normal yardage total, and his team's losing the game.
Well, we talk about it so often, how tough he is to bring down, but they found a way to do it.
Yeah, I think gang tackling, getting a lot of people to him, that's the key to everything. Not many guys can take him down one-on-one consistently.
12 yards to go on 3rd down. One back is Lacey. Now Newton. And he finds Cook. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a 1st down as well.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? It sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. So the offense has it 1st and 10. On 1st down, Newton. And Nelson's got it here right side. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left. Do something. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. He's checking. Kill.
Halfback sent in motion. On 2nd down, here's Newton. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
1st down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Watch 88. Sit. 180. Hey! Switch. Hey! 180. Hey! Switch.
And the back goes into motion. On 1st down, it's Newton. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Here's Newton. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Wilson down around his goal line. And a hook up over the middle to Pryor. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anywhere.
Second down, here's Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and it's third down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. 3rd and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. And Graham's got it over the middle. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And this will be taken at the 13. A good return there, 17 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling? And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jake Ryan not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. They'll come out in the pistol. And on the ground they go with the running back. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
All right, partner, let's go back over the last couple of plays. Sack. Loss of yards on a running play, not exactly the sequence that an offensive coordinator gets comfortable with when calling plays.
3rd and long, it's Newton. He's going to right, and look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
This time, Wilson will throw. They set up the screen to Rawls. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Look at this, a tight end carry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll lead here to a third down.
That throw has to be a quarterback's dream, doesn't it? Big tight end, curling in the middle of the field, so it's great sight lines for him. And when they show their numbers back to the quarterback, when they sit down right there, that should be pitch and catch.
They run with a power back. Rawls. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this will get out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Here's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Terrell Pryor with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Second and 10, Newton again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Off play action, Newton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win, and the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Here's Jacob Shum now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And he did get it back, I do think. Yes, so no turnover on the punt, and it'll be a first down.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it. Somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The drive begins with a run by Rawls. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Well, there they went blitz defensively, Charles, and things were paved well coming from the linebacker position.
I love the way that you described it, paved well. Oftentimes, the guy who gets home on the blitz, he's going to get all the credit. But his teammates did all the dirty work, right? They ran into people on purpose. They sometimes tugged on jerseys to hold linemen to create space and gaps. And that play finished off really, really well. Well-conceived, well-designed, and even better executed.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And the offense needs 7 out of this play on 3rd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 3rd down, Wilson. And able to find Graham, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Another run, but this time it's Rawls. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Back to the ground on 1st. Again, it's Rawls. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On 2nd down, Rawls. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Wilson to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Terrell Pryor that time. And it's 4th down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This will be fielded at the 17. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. And, Charles, in this situation, this is where the word miracle comes into play.
Have to score real fast, maybe throw a jump ball in the end zone and hope for the best.
Newton now to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot. Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. And Adams has it complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now it's Newton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Brandon, I came out of my chair on that one. A lovely looking deep ball thrown. They were just unable to connect.
Newton to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And that will write a finish to this ball game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you